Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's movie review. The film musical Billy Elliott. Yeah. Starring Jamie Bell as young Billy Elliott. Adam Cooper as the older Billy Elliott towards the end of the movie. Julie Walters is in it. She's the dance instructor. Gary Lewis as Jackie Elliott, or Jack Elliott, which is his dad. Jamie Dervin is his brother, called Tony Elliott. The grandma, his grandma is played by Jean Haywood. She's been in loads of stuff in her younger days. I've got it written down here, sorry. Stuart Wells plays his gay friend Michael, and Nicola Blackwell plays Debbie, who's a girl, his friend, who basically he goes to see, and they basically just, he can do anything in her bedroom, basically, like if he wants to dress up in women's clothing, or if he wants to put makeup on, or if he wants to dance. You know what I mean? It's set basically back in the miners' strike. And literally it was like, picketers everywhere, tussles with the police. There was they cordoned off areas with the police, like a police lineup because of the strikes and the miners and picket lines. They was bringing in people to work the mines, which basically they call scabs. And the miners was chucking stones at the, they had to like reinforce the buses, and because they was throwing stones and bottles and whatever they could at the people crossing the picket lines. It was disgusting. It was absolutely, back then it's real. It's based on it's real life. It was real life back then. It was really. This was directed by Stephen Daldry or Dali. I've put in there, yeah. But yeah, he wanted to be a ballet dancer. His dad was having none of it. Literally, he was like, "You're going down pit with me and your brother." And he sent him away to the gym for boxing lessons to toughen him up and knock the ballet dance, the dance out of him. But yeah, he didn't go to the gym. He went to the gym, but he didn't go boxing. At the same time as the boxing was on, in the other room, there was Julie Walters' character, Mrs. Wilkins, was a dance class, and literally, he joined in the dance class, and never looked back. He was he wanted to be a ballet dancer, and that's how it ended. He was a ballet dancer, but his like I say, his grandma said to him, "You just want to be what you want to be, son. Whatever you are, I'm proud of you," and all this. But his dad was having none of it. Dragged him to boxing club. Him and his mate Michael was messing around in the building, dressing up in tutus and thing, and his dad caught him. And anyway, so in the end, his dad found out where this Julie, what the music teacher, lived, and went up there and knocked on the door and had a go at her. And she was like having none of it. She was like, "Your son is absolutely fantastic, and you're pissing your life away." Excuse my French. That's how it was. It was, and basically put 10 fears of God into him to say, if you destroy this child and say he can't dance, he'll be destroyed for life. He's good. He's got something, and I'm telling you, I can sign him up tomorrow for the dance studio in London, and they'll take him because he's that good. So the dad just didn't have the money to send him. Basically, he didn't have the money to. Sorry, that just went off. yeah, so he did what he had to do, and he crossed the picket line. Or he got on the bus and you know, tried to, you know, he had to. He was in tears. He crossed the tried to cross the picket line, but his son and his best friend saw him in there, and he was like, "Get off the bus! Get off the bus! We can sort it, Dad. We can sort it." But yeah, in the end, he did get off the bus, and he didn't cross. Well, he didn't cross the picket line, and everybody rallied round and scraped the pennies, and got Billy Elliott basically to go to the London School of Dance or whatever it is, and did an audition, and he was a bit shy at first, and you know, but anyway, he did his piece, and they asked him to stay outside, and they wanted to speak to his dad, and yeah, meanwhile, this posh lad said something and tried to advance on him, and basically Billy Elliott pushed him and said, "I ain't gay, you know, I just like dance, I just like it, it's, you mean," and basically they say the teachers said basically this has just destroyed his chance of being here, and or it could destroy his chance of being here, we've got to have a meeting and all that. So they went back home and they waited weeks and weeks, and eventually the letter came, and yeah, he got in. He was like, he got in, he had to go, leave his best mate Michael, and yeah, you see him at the end. The end was absolute. I'm tearing up, I don't know why. The end was absolutely brilliant. He was ready to go on stage. His dad and his brother was driving down, you know, going on to in the audience, and they sat next to this transvestite bloke, and he said, "All right, Jack, Tony, how are you?" And they looked at him, and he was like, "Who's that? Who's that?" He says, "It's Michael." Basically, it was his best mate. Anyway, and then you saw Billy Elliott stood in the wings. Adam Cooper, basically the older Billy Elliott, ready for Swan Lake, and he was like, the music was building, and he was like getting ready and stretching, and the woman come over who had a microphone on and said, "Your dad's in the audience," and he nodded his head and said thank you, and basically all of a sudden it ended with him basically flying or jumping, and as the King Swan or whatever it is, jumping and going on stage, and it was absolutely brilliant. You know, you've got to watch it. It's Billy Elliott. It's heartwarming, and it's, you know, gritty. It was you know, set back in when the mining strikes was on. It was, you know, the film was made in 2000, but it was set back in you know, back when the mining strikes in the 80s, when the mining strikes was on. You know what I mean? Absolutely amazing film, musical, whatever you want to call it. It was a film. You know, it won Oscars. It was 13 BAFTA nominations. You know, Julie Walters was brilliant in it. You know what I mean? I like Julie Walters, same as Victoria Wood. You know, I like Victoria Wood, Julie Walters, all that sort of thing. But yeah. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. That's you've been watching a review of Billy Elliott. Absolutely amazing. If you like this sort of thing, please give me a thumbs up. If you really want to stick around, I urge you to press the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it'll notify you. Oh, excuse me. It'll notify you on when I do my next videos. And I've got the hiccups now. Let me just But yeah, anyway, bye-bye for now.